We have Simon Fell in with us this afternoon, MP for Barrow and Furness. Good afternoon, Simon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
Well, we've got lots and lots of questions for
Excellent.
you. Are you ready?
I'm bracing myself.
Okay, so our first question comes from one of our listeners, and it is, if Sir Keir Starmer is fined for breaking COVID restrictions, should he resign?
It's a really good question, and it's a timely one as well. I think ultimately it comes down to him and his own personal judgment. He said he will. There's a question: what will happen if he's not fined? But the police put out a statement, as they did with Dominic Cummings, where they said, this was really on the boundary of what the rules are and aren't. But as I say, it comes down to him. I think the really interesting thing, or the lesson we should be taking from this, rather than it being interesting, is the damage this whole thing is doing to politics. We've just had local elections here to a whole new authority, to the Westmorland and Furness Authority. So in a year's time, we won't have Barrow Council, we won't have South Lakes, we won't have Cumbria County Council. We'll have this new thing, and we're not going to have another set of elections to it for 5 years. And turnout for these elections was 27% in Barrow. It's shockingly low, which means that a minority of people are making decisions about who's going to be really making important decisions in everyone who's listening to this show's lives for the next 5 years. So we need to do something to try and get trust in politics back. And, I know people don't get excited about it necessarily, but get them engaged in it, get them interested in why this matters.
Difficult to get people engaged in it, isn't it? Like this morning, there are 100 fines issued this morning. Yes, 100 fines have been issued this morning to people in across Whitehall. For breaking COVID restrictions. Difficult to get people to trust in a government where when that becomes apparent.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and I like to think I was whiter than white during that period. Because so far as I'm concerned, you're setting rules, whether you're the one who's writing them or whether you're voting for them, you should stick by them. And I think it's going to be a period where it takes a long time for people to get trust back in politicians, if we haven't lost it forever. But I hope we can.